Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Ark Survival Evolved video. Xbox One official PvP server. This is the main series I'm doing at the moment. It's no easy series to do, trust me guys. I'm having to grind so bad. I don't really have the tribe behind me at the moment, but we've got a few people putting the efforts in and we're doing what we can. And today's video will be showcasing you little kinds of mini raids really. I did say to you guys, if I got 500 likes on yesterday's video, I'd produce one for you today, because I have got enough footage to show you some raids and stuff like that, but it was quite difficult for me to fit this in today. So for tomorrow's or today's target, I'm gonna have to say it's 1,000 likes. If we get 1,000, I will edit together tomorrow's video, which is a raid defense, but I would, you know, I probably should be spending my time actually trying to play on the server, because there's not many people playing from our tribe at the moment and we're falling further behind. I mean, I'm not editing, but I'm doing this whole thing to make videos anyway, so it would make sense. If you guys love it, smash the like button and we'll see if we can get there and upload tomorrow as well. Anyway, let me explain what's going on here, what we're going to see in this video. We've got a little raid on a raft here that's going to be going on. This wasn't really anything special. It was just a raft that we found. These guys were giving us loads of crap in the chat. Their raft was kind of quite close to our base as well, so we thought, let's just, you know, throw some nades in there. It was just stone, see what we can get, see if we can get anything decent out of it. It actually wasn't that bad, really. There was actually some okay stuff in here. So again, if these guys wanted to avoid this, it's a simple case of you need some plant species X and whatnot to be on your raft. But we took advantage of that and be a little bit ruthless about it. You've got to be absolutely ruthless on PvP. Some people like to play it a little bit like, oh, don't attack me, I won't attack you, but it never really works out in the end. And that's the good thing about Extinction. Like, worst comes to worst, you just start up next month. And I think a lot of people that are on this server already, even though we're a few days in, decided to do that. Now, a few of you in the comment section down below did suggest that what I do is I make these videos way in advance so that people don't find out my server number, people don't find out my character, and they don't harass us more than they would normally, because like I said in the previous video, people on this server know who we are. They're all gunning for us. I think we've got at least 5 tribes at the moment, all who want to kill us, or even working together and not killing each other just to do that. And we don't even have that many people, to be honest, so my ability to bring you long term for this season is going to be pretty low. But the problem is, if I do them in advance, they're so time consuming. You have to play so much that it means I'm going to have like no content for a few weeks, and I can't really, you know, afford to do that. And I don't want to do that for you guys anyway, because I know a lot of you enjoy watching the daily uploads and so on. So that's just a little bit of feedback about that. If you've got any other questions about this server or suggestions of how to do this series, stuff like that, where to go with it, then let me know. A lot of you are also applying to be in the tribe. I will be setting up new applicants for next time, but it doesn't mean everyone will be getting in. It's quite difficult. You tend to find the more people you have, the more messy it can get as well. But you do need a certain amount of people just to be able to compete with the other tribes. So anyway, just let's have a look at what happened here. We've got definitely the funniest part of this video coming up in just a minute or two, but having a look at the gear that we got here, actually wasn't too bad. A load of metal tools, a load of flak. Definitely wasn't expecting to see metal stuff when we came and raided this. That's one thing I don't expect to see when you do stone. And like I've said before, it's probably not worth making flak, metal tools and so on until you've got at least a metal base. So here is some footage from a tribe that was set up right next to us, bowl of cereal, and I set up right next to them. Or sorry, I mean they set up right next to us without us even noticing. They kind of popped up overnight. They had loads of plant species, loads of turrets. So you saw in the last video, destroyed their little thatch ladder thing. That was just a little bit of trolling just to set them back a little bit. Probably didn't set them back at all, but it was just something to do to let them know we're near and we're about. And what I've been doing here is scouting out their base a little bit more, just to see if there's any flaws in it. Are there any holes in this base that I can poke at? And I eventually figured out that I could probably barrel roll into the back of where their dino pen is, because it didn't have coverage from the back because it was quite close to their dino gates. I thought if I could barrel roll quickly into there, I would be okay. And that's where plant species X weakness is. Obviously, apart from the fact they don't do as much damage, they're very slow to fire and they can be dodged, especially with a pteranodon. You can just fly past them a lot of the time. So just plant species X isn't always a good defense. And as you're going to see from this clip here, it is a very, very good idea to make you've got at least plant species X coverage all around, because even though they're not amazing plant species X, if they are covering all around, it does make it very, very difficult. So after having a little scout of their base, I came back and I think I brought a C4 this time just to see what I could do. Now, the first time I did this, I didn't bring a decent Pteranodon. I don't think this is even a decent Pteranodon. This was like a level 30 Pteranodon. I didn't take anything with me the first time I went to do this, just to make sure that it was possible. And I figured out that it was, feeling pretty confident I could get in there this time. So had a little look down here, stopped for stamina, and you're going to see here, this is a technique you might be able to use to get into certain bases. Any base that has some kind of area that isn't covered by turrets, if you've got a Pteranodon and you think you can sneak up against a wall or something, it's going to be worth doing. So there you see me just stopping for stamina, fly up nice and high so I don't get shot by the turrets early. Did a poop as well, I don't know why, feeling a bit nervous probably, and then just make sure I aim my nose there. I'm trying to aim it at basically the bottom of that dino pen there. Now, I didn't know it was a dino pen when I barrel rolled in here. I just knew it was a stone building, presumed it was a dino pen, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then here I am in the back here, just having a little poke around. Guy on the floor with some tools, pick them up, of course, a little bit cheeky, because I went with nothing on me, so that was a little bit useful. And I think this is the first section actually where I'm just having a little scout around. I'm not going to blow in here. I've only got one C4. I'm just going to see what's around, where I can go. Poke my head around this corner. Can't go around there. The plant species X will get me. But as you can see in a second, I just wait for that to clear. And I figure, can I get to this foundation here? But getting rid of this foundation will get rid of their ladder up there, which will make things a lot more difficult for them to travel up and down. So I do a little sprint. Most of the time, especially with decent health, you can just sprint across areas like this, just a wooden foundation. So I slapped the old C4 on here just to see how much damage this does, because I would love to take down this tower here, and I'm going to come back in a minute and see that. But here you go, going to set it off. Does a little bit of damage, but not enough to take it down. I really should have done some testing, or at least looked it up on the Wikipedia how much C4 I'd need, but I thought maybe one C4 would blow up a wooden foundation. I know one C4 blows up a stone wall, so I thought maybe it would blow up one foundation. But either way, I've had a look around, had a little scout, gonna just barrel roll out of there, and as you can see, if you barrel roll just quick enough, the turrets don't even get a chance to shoot you at all, and you are out of there. So now I've got my plan in place. I figured out I can get in there pretty easily. I come back with some more C4, and it's time to see if we can figure out what is inside there. Now, this is very, very risky. These guys were online. They were always online, always playing. So doing something like this isn't always great. I mean, the fact that I even triggered their turrets there might make them think, hey, what's going on over there? You know, whenever you hear your turrets going, what are you thinking? Someone around, something like that. So I knew I was working with borrowed time here. So I can see the Phiomia and whatnot. I know I'm just going to need one C4 to blow into that wall. Just having a little check around the left, see if there's anywhere I can go. Boom, China. We are inside of there. And now time to take a look at what is inside. Oh, no, we don't go inside yet. We're going to put some more C4s on here. Try and blow this as well. I thought I brought enough to kill a few things that were in the pen and blow up that wooden foundation, but I wasn't 100% sure. So now we're inside. Look at this. We've got a few nice things in here. A beaver, a very nice tame. Take a long time to tame those on official servers, so I slap a C4 on him. Just gonna slap a few more on. This is a bit of a suicide mission anyway. Find a body on the floor there next to the dung beetles. Have a little cheeky look at that. A few nice little tools and whatever, but I'm not too worried about that right now. And I see their generator. Now, this was a smart and a dumb move all at once. I took the gas out of their generator, but I forgot to turn it off. I'm such a noob sometimes. Sometimes you forget stuff like this when you're in a bit panic situations. I'm thinking, you know, any second someone could appear here. If you're listening carefully, as I try to get out, there goes the door opens, and I'm like, panic, get out of it, boom, blew the C4, and my word, I think that was pretty damn effective. So I just barrel rolled out of there. Probably a pretty good result for that. That would have really set them back, especially the beaver. They weren't like amazing tames, but a lot of their farming tames that are a real pain. And you can see afterwards, I go and check the tribe log, and you can see here on the left hand side all the stuff that was killed. Basically everything in that dino pen was killed, so a decent result for us. However, obviously we angered a very big tribe that were very close to us, so obviously we're going to have a little bit of trouble with them, which you will see in the next video. I think the next one's a raid defense, not 100% sure. So anyway, let's go to the next clip. So later on that same day, I actually found a little thatch hut or something that I saw while I was flying around on the river. And what do you know? It turned out to be those guys that I just killed all their dinos. And they were taming a Quetzal. Obviously, I wasn't sure at first, but if it's in this area, it's a little setup like this, it's always going to be a Quetzal. So I brought some nades to try and smash through here. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but my grenades were just not breaking this thatch. Like, I don't know. I mean, the first one seemed to do some damage. They seem to be hitting around there okay, but I don't know. You guys tell me. Why are my grenades not destroying this thatch? I really thought they would. I mean, you can destroy thatch with your friggin' pike. I don't see why a grenade wouldn't do it unless there's some kind of, yeah, no, they're useless against them. Either way, they find me doing that, run back the Pteranodon, and then we have a little back and forth here. They're obviously trying to get rid of us. I don't think they had bowlers on them because obviously that would have been quite a decent way to try and deal with our Pteranodons. But yeah, I was really disappointed. I brought 10 grenades over and just completely failed with them all. I mean, I didn't break that thatch at all. But lesson learned, you either win or you learn, and I definitely learned then that probably throwing grenades at little thatch around isn't worth your time. So it was 10 grenades there that I could have used. It's weird because obviously, you know, grenades blow up all kinds of stuff, but then thatch just wasn't having it. Anyway, we managed to make it through here, get to the Quetzal, and we end up killing it. This was really interesting, actually. They've got a crazy setup here. They actually had an auto turret on top of this building, as well as a generator, obviously, that they needed for the turret. And they had 2 fridges. 2 fridges in here. This made us think these guys are either crazy or they've got more loot than you could ever imagine in my life. At this point, we didn't even have a fridge in our base. We were just getting by with preserving bins. And there you go. We killed the Quetzal, which obviously would have set them back again. But yeah, they had 2 fridges here. I don't see why you would put 2 fridges down. I mean, you can't even pick them back up. Like, 1 or 2 preserving bins is going to be absolutely fine. And yeah, they didn't battle us for this either. I thought that once we got in there, they would start battling us and whatever. But what do you know? They didn't bother. So that's it for today's video, guys. Like I said, if we can smash 1,000 likes, I'll see if I can get one edited tomorrow. I will probably be staying up extra late. But if you guys show the support, I'll make the effort. You guys have been so awesome with this series. You seem to be really enjoying it. And today's secret word, if you want to leave a secret word, is the word like. So don't leave just the word like in the comment section, guys. Obviously just use it in your normal comments so it doesn't look like it's completely obvious to people who haven't watched all the way to the end of the video. But next time, like I said, possible raid defense and some good in-game voice action in the next video as well. Kind of changed up the recording style, so should be a good laugh. And that's it for today, guys. I'll see you all soon.